Hi, well, thought I would check back in and explain how my training's going. Shoes are great. I've got my Nike Plus on there, which was really exciting because today I was actually able to get some stats for the first time. I still need to do some more calibration on it on a quarter mile track and make sure I've got it right because the app, which on my iPod Touch, a little tiny iPod Touch 4th gen, uh, the app is, I think, syncing to Wi-Fi points. It doesn't actually have GPS, and so it claims today. No, that's not today. It was saying today I did a little over 2 miles, 2.6 miles. It's saying there, but at the end of my session it said a little over 2 miles, and the Nike Plus had said today I did just under 1.5, as I recall. Yeah, 1.48 today. And this thing is not great for this kind of focus. Um, anyway, and so between the two, obviously neither is completely accurate, but I got a pretty good picture. Since last time, like I said, I was last time coming up to my free day, which was nice. It was nice to have a day without anything I needed to do. They had a very cool day where you were supposed to basically find a new park to go in barefoot, and this is actually the park I used to run in shoes at, but had not been to since I started doing barefoot stuff. And the cool thing was they said, like, find your favorite terrain, like, try walking on a bunch of different things and take a picture of what's your favorite. So I took a picture of this awesome field of shamrocks, three-leaf clovers and whatnot. This is at Cloverdale Park in Montgomery. It's a great picture, and I'm kind of mad that I took this picture assuming it would get saved into my pictures, but I can't find it in my photo roll, and it didn't appear to get uploaded to Facebook or anything, even though I reported that to Facebook, so that's a bit annoying that it would take a picture but not give me access to it. And today I did my first day in shoes, which it said it's been a little while since my last video, but it said after the challenge day to take a couple days off. So since I hurt my foot last time, those days were great for me. I was really able to mend it up, and I hadn't done a lot of on my feet type exercising the past couple days. So it was timed out really well. And speaking of that foot, I've just got a Band-Aid on it now, but it's not bad. It healed up pretty quickly. I luckily had some good blister pads that I was using, and helped the recovery a lot. So my feet are in good shape. Anyway, and the next day, it's just another walk in shoes and more stretching. Now, the stretching is one thing I'm having an issue with because if you go through day by day, like day one, they teach you the posture reset, which is cool. Day two, they teach you 10 toe crunches and spreads, which is just kind of like clenching your toes and then releasing them like that. Day three, you ankle circles. Day four, it was like, I'm trying to remember what the stretch was. Ankle and foot stretches where you kind of sat, more or less you're sitting with the top of your foot flat to the ground and underneath you, but you're holding yourself up with your hands and you kind of rocked on them, and then did jumping jacks. And day 5 was nothing new. And today, let's go to stage 2. Today's was hamstring and calf stretches. Now, I think these are all good stretches. The problem is each day it only has you do one of them. And I noticed today, since I really, it had been a couple days off, and probably this helped me not being quite as warm because I only did this stretch that the app said to do. And I did the posture resets because it had mentioned doing that before the walk. But, my body felt more tense today. It felt tight when I got out and started moving, and so I think the best plan actually is to go through the entire series. And they give you quite a few of these, so just do them one after another, and then by the end of this, you'll have a nice stretching routine. I mean, if you don't like some of them, I imagine you could skip them, but I found them all to be pretty enjoyable. But it feels like you should do all of them every day that you exercise and keep adding on to it. But the app just tells you the most recent one, and that's another function I would like of the app would be if it gave you a reminder of here's all the previous stretches you've learned, be sure to do those as well. Because I definitely felt tight when I went out today. My back, my calves, a few things were tight. And before I had all these stretches, I had my own stretching routine, and I just been doing that along with whatever it told me to do for the day. But today I thought I would just say, well, let me just do what the app says. And when I just did what the app said, I felt tight and had a tougher time. Now my feet did great today. I mean, with shoes on, it's so much more comfortable to walk on concrete and stuff because they're thin enough that I can feel when I step on something unusual. Like a couple of times, I wasn't paying quite enough attention to where I was going. Like ideally, I found you'd look between like 2 feet in front of you to about 10 feet in front of you. Like you're kind of keep your eyes on the ground, and that way you can judge when a surface is going to be uneven, and prepare yourself for it and whatnot. But a couple times today, I was looking at something or whatever, got distracted, and would step on something weird, and I could really feel it. I mean, it didn't hurt, but it wouldn't be like on bare feet where I would then have that stuck to my foot. But you definitely do feel the road, and I think that's cool. I like that feedback. Very excited to do trail running in these at some point when I get more built up. But yeah, they work well. They really protected my feet today. I had no foot issues, and I hope I built up my foot strength enough. They've got me walking again tomorrow. I imagine it'll be a while till I do any kind of run in them. But yeah, I feel like the shoes work great. I really want this app to guide me through the experience, and I feel like it's there. The basics of it are very good. It just needs some more tweaking and just little things to make it a more intuitive and user-friendly kind of experience. Because right now, I mean, one example today, I did my stretch first and then went in to start the run, and I had the multitask issue again where I went in to go start my Nike Plus tracking, and when I came back to it, I had to then go back and tell it again that I had done the stretch before I could start setting my 30-minute walk timer going. And then when I did do that, the actually hitting like the little activity start kind of thing at the bottom, it was very insensitive, like as if the bar was still at the bottom, even though the bar wasn't showing up anymore. But I had to like really try to tap the very top of the button to get it to register. And one time I tapped something that took me back to the menu screen. I must have hit progress or something on accident, and couldn't see it. But and then, of course, when I come back to my exercise, it's again telling me I haven't done anything, and I've got to tell it again that I did my stretch already, and just hit start and stop, and then activity complete, and then go into the walk. So, I mean, it's just little stuff like that to me that needs to be tweaked, and, I feel like if they update it, this app will be just great for anybody doing this kind of transition. But right now, it's still got some issues. But overall, I'm happy with it. I'm still excited every day to see what I'm going to get to do next. And, luckily, like I said, my one injury I've had so far was not a big deal. And, I feel like I'm on a good pace. So thanks for watching. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment, and I will let you know what I think. Thanks.